Welcome back. If you are just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. You know how we're doing right here on Trending. We'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet and, of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Irabo, and once it's trending, I can never be alone. Who is joining us today? Mr. Michael Gopadia. Mr. Michael, thank you for always joining me on
A
Trending.
Friday edition of Trending is always
Special,
loaded.
exactly. All right, without wasting much time, let's just see our top story for today. There's this story I've been following closely. I've been trying to watch it closely about a federal safety corps officer that was killed. She was murdered alongside her daughter. And then more updates on that very issue. The boyfriend of the late FRSC officer Lasisi Fumilayo, alongside some herbalists, has confessed to luring her and her daughter Shewa to their death in Osun State. According to investigators, the suspect, Victor Fajemirokun, revealed that he brought the victim from Ogun State to Ijebu-Jesha after a Muslim cleric allegedly told him that Fumilayo had spiritually manipulated him and taken his glory. Driven by this belief, he allegedly conspired with a herbalist who then carried out the brutal act. The suspects are now in police custody as full details of this incident continue to unfold. And for me, I think some of these spiritualists, they are doing way too much. And then even you that they are giving this information to, how do you take it? Imagine somebody coming to you to tell you that somebody is using your glory, your supposed girlfriend is using your glory, and then you just want to get rid of her. Is that how things work? Even if somebody is using your glory, why don't you just wait for the person to fix it? Instead of going all the way to kill the person, then what happens to the glory?
Well, it's a lie.
It's funny.
It's just an afterthought.
Yeah.
He just wants to give a reason for going through that very act he committed. We do know he used her for ritual, and he just like wanting to pin everything on the herbalist. The herbalist never invited her over, he did. And with the reports we do have, we know it was for ritual purpose. But the daughter saw all that transpired, or was also noticed all that transpired. That's why they had to also take her life. It's a sad reality of betrayal in the highest order. But it also reflects that sometimes if, and I insist, if we have a partner, whether he's here or abroad, we should stick to that person in all totality. We do know that the lady is married, her husband is overseas, and the said man that killed her was just a friend, or rather someone she was dating here in Nigeria. And at the end, sad story came out of all of that. It's really a depressing one, a sad one.
Another soul gone because of infidelity. Imagine she had just sticked with her partner. I'm sure she would still be alive at this moment. It's just so sad that even her daughter had to be part of it. It's a very sad and breaking news. Anyways, we know more details will unfold for this very story. And once they do, I'll bring more updates. Yes, talking about updates, there's a quick update on the story that got viral lately. We talked about the story yesterday of a man that was picked up by DSS officers and labeled a terrorist due to a change of SIM card. The SIM card was previously registered by someone that was linked to a terrorism investigation. But because of that, her father, the lady that cried out yesterday, her father was picked up. But now the update is the man has been released. Glory to God. Let's see the footage.
Morning, everyone. So concerning the issue I posted yesterday about my dad being arrested by DSS in Iyekiti, so it was released yesterday night, and this is me showing appreciation to everybody that reached out, that supported, and that showed concern. Like, I really appreciate and enjoy it. Wow, Nigeria no go happen to also ni burukusha, but Nigeria really lo mashelesi gbogbo. So this message now is for the network providers. Please, you all need to really do better. Like, you need to do better, because I see no reason why someone else will be using a particular SIM, a particular line for WhatsApp. Another person will be using line for call. And why will I buy a new SIM and still be receiving debit alert of the person that used the SIM previously? You guys need to really do better. I beg. You need to do better, because ẹ kàn jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa kó sí páńpẹ́ ni.
Well, authorities reviewed the case and confirmed they had absolutely no connection to the former owner of the SIM and no criminal activity. So it was a case of a reassigned number triggering this act. Yes, you heard her. The network providers really need to do better, especially one particular company, which I am not going to call out. They need to do better, because how is somebody supposed to get a SIM card and maybe misplace it? Just within a space of 1 week, you are reassigning that very number to somebody else. She was talking about you're using a number and you're getting a debit alert from somebody else. It happens. I remember getting loan reminders and all of that for a SIM card that I got newly. I just kept on getting messages talking about the repayment of loan, and I was wondering what's going on, and how I was continuously receiving calls from somebody saying, it's my daughter, I want to speak with my daughter. And I kept on saying, I just got the SIM newly. I don't know why it's like that, but they really need to do better. They need to do better, Mr. Michael.
Well, yes, they do need to do better. But before I talk about that, I'll first want to really say, if the Nigerian security agencies do their job well, we need to commend them.
Yes.
I'm happy they investigated and found out that that man was not culpable in any way, only unfortunate that he got that SIM card and was using it, but the card that reflected atrocity as a consigned crime being committed earlier. Well, just like you said, the network provider should do better. They should also ensure that a card, rather a number that has been closed, should remain like that. So, you know, for me, just reassigning numbers that really ended with us having these very unfortunate incidents. You know, if numbers that have been flagged as being scrupulous or have committed crime, those numbers should be barred for life, so nobody falls victim of circumstances, especially as it happened with that very man in Ekiti State. Please, network providers, do more. If there's any way you can also help erase the former use of that very one, if it is also transparent, please do so, that more Nigerians will not get this kind of unnecessary embarrassment.
But I see no reason why they should reassign numbers.
Well,
that's what I
they
feel.
do.
I don't know if you've gotten any SIM lately.
No, honestly,
Okay.
the two numbers
You know,
I have
nowadays,
been for decades
what
now.
they do is, normally when you want to get a SIM card, you check the SIM pack. You want to see the number that is very simple, right? That's how we do it back then. But recently I got a SIM card, and then you just go through it, no numbers written. No. So once they register it, they automatically send the number that is reassigning numbers to people. That's wrong. And it's wrong. It's totally wrong. I feel it's something that they really need to work on. We're calling out on all network providers. They really need to do better. All of this reassigning, I think there's a better way around it. Numbers can never get finished.
Yes.
You can never get finished. There's a way you just keep doing these things. You don't have to keep reassigning numbers, so we don't have cases like this. We're happy that the man is finally home and he has reunited with his family. We're so happy, and all thanks to the authorities, all thanks to the DSS for their timely investigations and vindication of the man. So away from that, let's talk about this hot take that is shaking social media. And this is coming from social critic Speed Darlington. He has stirred up another round of conversations with his latest statement. According to him, any man who keeps asking a woman what she brings to the table should also expect her to have equal rights in the family, because she can't be contributing that much and still be submissive. I am not the one saying, because I know Mr. Michael is looking at me right now like, okay, but I'm not the one saying it. Let's hear from the horse's mouth.
All the people that been asking, what did she bring to the table? In the last 2, 3, 4 years on social media, that's all I've been hearing. What you bring to the table, what she brings to the table. And I don't reason now. If you want to make person bring something to the table, help pay bills, and so on and so forth, that person now has equal rights, equal say in the union.
Well, you know, this will always raise reactions from people. Even my co-host right now is making it look like, why is he saying this? Why is this coming from a man? Thank God I'm not the one saying it. It's coming from a man. I know he wants to argue. I know he wants to say, because when it comes to gender clash like this, he wants to talk about it. Let's hear what he has to say.
Well, the first thing I'll need to say, please, Speed Darlington, sing this song. We used to know you are a music artist. Is it that you've lost your talent, that you're now looking at everything to trend? The other day you said you carried the teenager, you did something to her, Natip came calling at you, you later said it was a publicity stunt. The other time you tried fighting Portable, you were beating Black and Blue, now you're coming again to embarrass yourself. Please release the song. But if you know you've lost your talent, no problem.
Is it that
there's
you're
business
trying
for
to,
you to do? But talking about that...
Is it that you're trying to advise him, or it's because of the comments?
No.
Which
I'm
of
just
them?
it's an opportunity to talk to my fellow Darlington.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we
right
really
on.
love you speedily. So please speedily get another talent and
Okay.
release something.
Okay.
But talking about bringing something to the table, yes, the honest truth is, you always ask, what are you bringing on board? What are you bringing to the table? Many men seem to ask, but you know, it depends on how you reason it. Many men is not what you bring on the table as in what's your financial contribution. We've seen many men rise to eminence on account of their wife being supportive in advice, in direction, and in prayers. And that's what real men will ask a woman to bring on board, not her financial assistance. She should bring her ideas, bring the moral support, bring the spiritual support, and that's what men look for in what you bring to the table. But you know, some marriages are just so empty. It's one-sided. He brings the prayers, he brings the money, he brings the well-being, he brings this. Also, when it comes to the woman, she does everything. No, marriage should not be like that. If you cannot contribute something that is financially in stand, do otherwise. That's my belief.
You know, when it comes to topics like this, I really want to talk, yeah? Because when it comes to bringing something to the table, I used to say it, and I'm still saying it right now. You don't come to a woman to ask her, what do you bring to the table? I don't think real men will ever ask that kind of question. Like, what do you bring to the table?
But why is
and
it so
that's why
annoying
it's
to
very
women?
quick for some girls to respond like, I am the table. Because why are you asking me, what do I bring? Only lazy men, I feel only lazy men will ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? Because they're looking for women to split bills with them. They're looking for all of these things. And that's why they're always quick to ask, what do you bring to the table? Why don't you just see what she's really bringing to the table? Why are you asking? Because you want to run. You want to know if she'll be able to take some of your responsibilities, of which it is totally wrong. Biblically, the man is supposed to be taking up all of those responsibilities. If the woman wants to do it, it's because she just wants to be supportive. As the Bible made the woman the helpmeet, not the helpmates. That's why I try to correct people when they talk about women being the helpmates. No, it's not a helpmate. And that's why men are saying it's like, we're supposed to split bills. We're supposed to do all of these things. No, the woman is supposed to be helpmeet. That is, she's supposed to be supportive. And that is if
But
she
supportive
wants
in a
to.
way. Okay, if she doesn't want to, she doesn't need to.
You need to support a good man. If you don't have a good man, why should you be supportive?
And then why should you take his name?
Why should you be supportive?
Why should you take
Well,
his
some
name?
men, maybe when they got married, the man was all over her and all of that. And then, you know, after...
Okay, his name is important, but you don't have to bring anything on the
After several
table.
years of the marriage, you know, men, they start doing things.
And as
Imagine
women
coming
also.
home to tell your woman, I don't have money. And then she's making the food with her own money for the kids and even for you.
So,
meanwhile, you're going
is it
out
out of
to
place?
spend...
Is it out of place for a woman to also contribute to the well-being of her child? Is
It's
it out
not
of place?
out of place, but it
You
is
know,
the sole
this mentality
responsibility
is
of
the
the man.
reason why the life expectancy of Nigerian men is the lowest in the
There we
world.
go again.
It's only 54 years. Go check it out. The life expectancy of a Nigerian man is 54 years. We have the lowest in the world. Men in Nigeria die on time because the women feel they need not to do anything to support. If they wish,
If they
can.
wish, if you
then
have
the life
a good man,
expectancy
it
of a
happens
woman in
naturally.
Nigeria is 68 years. That means they live 14 more years after us.
That's still not a
That's
long
why
life.
you see more landlady than landlord. Okay, let them not be supportive.
That's still not a long life. So it means they will still be stressed at the end of the day.
No, they are
the
not
man
stressed.
is
That's why
stressed.
they are living
The
long.
woman is stressed.
No,
so
the
you
men are
see,
more stressed.
situations like this, the men, like I said, are the sole. They have that responsibility of taking good care of the family.
And they should die on
if the woman feels like, oh, my husband is a good man, it happens naturally. You don't need to
Okay,
force
so
it.
she
It's
feels.
happen. That's because the man is a good man.
Okay,
You don't
so
support
if she
a
wakes up
man
on
that
the wrong
is
side
not-
of the bed and do not feel like that because both of them quarreled yesterday or he did not perform well in the night, she feels.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not in for this argument today. Okay, so away from that, let's quickly rush the story. Senator Ned Nwoko is publicly celebrating his fifth wife, Layla, praising her quiet strength and maturity despite ongoing family tensions. According to him, she has been a constant source of stability and peace in his life. He describes Layla as a woman who stays away from online drama and puts her family first. Ned and Layla, married since 2011 and blessed with 4 children, recently reconciled after their 2021 separation. Ned Nwoko says Layla remains a good woman and he appreciates her grace through it all. What I'm saying right now is if they could separate and come back, I think there's still hope for our sister.
Well, anyway, it depends if she's not a media person, not always in the faces of social media. That will help.
But the thing is, you have this woman, this good woman, like
Here
you
we
came
go
out to
again.
praise her.
Here we go
And
again.
then,
Women
what made
women
you to
advocacy.
go out to get another woman? Now that the one you went out for is now giving you this bass and blows, and then you remember you have one good woman in the house. Why are men like this?
Well, anyways, if you eat melon soup, you appreciate ogbono.
So now finally he knows he has a good woman, Ned Nwoko. Anyways, we'll still have all of the tension if you're coming out to praise her, in as much as I know I've been seeing some bass and blows from her and Regina Daniels, and you're coming to praise her for all of her maturity and all of that. I think you're trying to throw some shades, but you won't hear that from me. Anyways, away from that, let's quickly take this very story. I saw this story, yes, from a Nigerian lady. She stirred the major reactions online after declaring that her partner's English speaking, typing, and even accent is a deal breaker for her. According to her, she has spent years improving herself, so her ideal partner must sound smart too. Her comment has sparked a heated debate. Is good English really a valid standard for choosing a partner, or is she being unrealistic? Well, social media divided, and the conversation is getting louder at this point. You can see speaking, typing, accent, it really matters. You're either my match or better than me. I spent years reading, getting better, and improving my English. Please be smart, sound smart too. I am sapiosexual, and this aspect is very essential, even if you are an odogu. Interesting, but you trust netizens? Yes, they always have things to say, and then we got lots of reactions. Let's see some reactions we got on net. When you don't cross 35, all this one no go matter to you again. Interesting. Odogu don't need all of this, my dear. Odogu, they show walking and doing, not speaking English. If you want someone to speak English with, go get a teacher or a banker. No one at all. But when she is rejected by a man who considers her English speaking and typing to be inferior and not sufficient enough for him, she should not come and be shouting misogynist here. Interesting comments. She never ready. Yes, it does. The way you speak and type matters a lot. Everything she wrote made sense until she mentioned Odogu. My dear, Odogu sacrificed education for money. 60 billion and billion is the same across all the banks in the world. She don't even sound sapiosexual. Everything she said is facts, Sha. All those things matters. I am sapiosexual and it means a lot to me. Yes, even to me, it means a whole lot. It means a whole lot to me. Because on the norms, Mr. Michael, you know, when men say they have specs and all of that, I don't know why it's wrong when a woman comes out to talk about her spec. Okay. This time around, she's not talking about money. She's not saying you need to be loaded.
But
she's not saying...
I didn't get it well. Is she saying she's dating someone that is not measuring up to her as a concern?
No, she says the way you speak, your accent,
but it's not like
the way you type,
she already has a guy
all of that
is not measuring up.
I don't know. She didn't mention
because with
that.
that statement, we do know she made mention of the guy is not living up to what she wants, especially as it concerns speaking well and typing well. If she has spent so many years choosing to read, choosing to speak well, choosing to improve herself, why has she not also spent that number of years in trying to select well?
Let me tell you something. I feel it's not wrong for her to feel she needs to be with somebody that is her match or better than her. Because I remember, was it 2 years ago, there's this common sound. I'm still trying to remember the sound that we get on social media that people use for most of these comedy skits. It happened when one woman, or rather, was it the husband that charged her to this justice court, and they were talking about the case and all of that. And one thing I grabbed from that court case was the fact that the woman is schooled, but
And
the man is not.
Good. So why did she go for him?
I don't know. She's
Yeah.
schooled, the man is not, and then that is the genesis of the
That
problem.
is it. If you are so schooled and yet you have poor choosing value, you end up having that. So you're only going for your match. So it's not when you go for somebody that you feel is lesser than, and you want to compel them to improve themselves up to your standard. That does not work in a relationship or a marriage. Settle for somebody that you know. Two things I know women will love. Either you are my level or above me. Don't take somebody below and expect to take him to the top. You're doing yourself.
Okay.
So those years that you've chosen in reading, writing well, speaking phonetic, use that same period to improve your knowledge of a man you need rather than choosing less.
Okay, so what if a man is trying to maybe ask her out and then she says, no, I don't really
She
like
has
you
all
because you don't speak well.
She
Do
has
you think
all
men will
rights.
be able to just accept that?
She has all rights.
They'll feel like, why would you say you don't want to accept him
She
because
has all
of
rights.
the way
It's
he speaks?
what she wants. It's her life.
Okay, I think this is the first time Mr. Michael
No,
is
it's just common sense.
supporting us, yeah,
It's
because
common
I was
sense.
expecting him to say English will not put food on your table and all of that. I was really expecting that.
Your
But
piece of
thank
heart
you.
puts food on your table.
Thank you for
It
thank you
guides
for
you into
that
doing that.
contribution.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that contribution. Anyways, we've come to the end of today's edition of Trending, and it's been an amazing time. I know you enjoyed it. It's Friday edition. Thank God it's Friday. You know how
Hallelujah,
we're
it's Friday.
always excited about Friday. So tell me, what would you be doing this weekend? You know, you can engage with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. This is where I have to tell you, I will see you for another great and super edition, same time next week. I remain Mercy Irabo. Do have a blessed weekend.
Well, anyway, I'm still Mike Egobadia. The blessed weekend is what we're wishing you. And let's see how you can come back more refreshed and reformed come next week. Because that's what we'll be doing, getting all those juicy gist, political, social, and all, just to bring to your doorstep. And all of that is what we'll be preparing throughout the weekend to bring to you come on Monday. But God willing, we'll see come on Monday. Bye for now.